Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss more about the recruitment life cycle. As you can see in the image, it has multiple steps which we have to follow to complete the recruitment life cycle. It generally starts from the first step, we can say identification or understanding the requirement. Actually, it starts once the department head or the manager to understand what they need some person who will perform some job so that they can improve their performance or the production of the project, so that they will start planning like what kind of profile or what kind of resource they need to fill that perform that job. They will try to understand what kind of experience they are looking and what kind of experience, the knowledge or skill the candidate should have. So once they have identified or the planning to fill up a job, they will create a job description and then they will send to the HR department or the recruitment department. So once receive the recruitment department a job description from any department head or manager, they will start sourcing the profile. For the sourcing profile, they are applying multiple strategies like advertising the job on the multiple job boards, setting the requirement with multiple placement agencies, advertising requirement on the newspaper, campus recruitment, or the internal database, employee referrals. So there are multiple channels through that they are just sourcing the profile or sourcing the resume that they can fill that so that they can fill that requirement. So once they have received the sufficient number of the resume, they will start screening the profile. In this step, recruiter or the HR team will screen the profile. They will try to understand which resume have similar kind of experience and the skill and the knowledge which is required to fill that job. And once they identify some number of candidates, almost around 5 to 7 candidates, they will make a pool and then they will start conducting the first interview. In the initial interview, the panel or the interviewer will try to understand whether how much candidate have experience and the knowledge and whether he can perform actually that job or not. And also he will try to understand whether he is interested to perform this kind of experience job or not. So once fun initial discussion has done, they will share the feedback with the panel, sorry, with the HR team or the recruiter. On the basis of that, the feedback, they will conduct the final interview. In this step, actually, there are two different directions the recruitment process has started. If the candidate has shortlisted in the initial interview, they will go for the next step as the final interview. If suppose that candidate didn't qualify the first interview, they will again start sourcing another profile or they will start interviewing or conducting the initial interview for another candidates. Once received, they have some pool or some number of the candidate who have shortlisted in the initial interview. They will go for the final interview. In the final interview, the manager or the department head, they will discuss more deep about the technical knowledge of the candidate which is required to fill that job. Once they find a suitable candidate who can fill that job, they will go for the next step. In the next step, they will share the feedback with the HR team or the recruitment team that this candidate is shortlisted or this candidate have a sufficient knowledge or good knowledge as per the requirement to fill the job. Then they will start the verification. You can say the background check verification as well. In this step, the HR team or the recruiter will start verifying the candidate previous experience and the knowledge what he has mentioned in his resume and the details which has represent at the time of applying for this job. Some companies are doing verification from their own self, but in the big organization, they're just coordinating with some other BGC vendor who's a specialist in background verification. So once the background verification has done, and once they receive the green signal from the team, then they will go for the offer. An actual offer is the complete detail later where company will mention all the roles and responsibilities should be performed by that particular resource. In that they will mention the complete responsibilities, schedule, and other compliances and other rules and regulation about the organization as well. And in that offer also they will mention what the candidate will get the offer or the benefits from the organization. What about his salary structure and other breakups as well. Once candidate is has accepted the offer, it has go for the next step that's called joining. Actually, in the joining formalities, they will candidate will submit all the document which is required or by the compliances department, like his education certificate or the experience certificate and other identification related certificate. Here, recruitment process has completed once the candidate has joined. Thank you so much.